Hey guys, this video is for those who are considering starting a semaglutide or tirzepatide journey, whether that is compound or name brand. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Madison. I lost 30 pounds on compound tirzepatide in 4 months. I have since switched to a weaning / maintenance dose. I have learned so incredibly much during this journey, and there are some things that I wish I knew before I started, or super early in my journey. So this video is all of that information. These are the things I think you should know before you start your semaglutide or tirzepatide journey. 1, where you get your medication from matters. I did a whole video about licensed compound pharmacies and compound medications. I personally feel really good about getting my medication from a state-regulated licensed compound pharmacy. My telehealth JoinFridays only prescribes to these kind of licensed state-regulated compound pharmacies. Make sure that the provider that you are getting the prescription from either a telehealth or a local provider, is writing the prescription to a licensed regulated compound pharmacy. Or if you're on the name brand, then a licensed regulated pharmacy. You don't want to be buying anything off TikTok. You don't want to be buying anything off the internet. There are a lot of wonderful telehealth programs out there. The workflow should go like this for a telehealth. You should get a provider's prescription for the medication. Now that can be done through a telehealth call or even just an intake form, but either a nurse practitioner or a doctor or physician assistant, a provider, will be reviewing your medical information and then prescribing you the medicine. Usually then they send the prescription to a compound pharmacy who then ships it to your door. For the name brands, the provider would send the prescription usually to a local pharmacy. Definitely avoid anything that says research grade. So research grade is not safe to put in your body. Compound pharmacies are making medicine that is for human consumption. Research grade medications are not to be put in your body. They're not safe. They're likely not being made by a licensed pharmacist. I would not do that. I would definitely also avoid anything that requires you to mix it yourself. This medicine should be mixed at a pharmacy by a pharmacist. You don't want to be mixing this at home. Next, you may have side effects. There's a lot of things you can do to help the side effects. Where you fall on the side effects range can totally vary. Some people have none. Some people have a ton and need to get off. I'm someone who is super prone to nausea. I was very worried about getting on this medicine, and I do have some nausea on the medicine, but for me, it is very manageable. With all of these side effects, it's common for side effects to peak maybe between days 2 and 4 of your week. Being strategic about when you take your shot can really help you manage your side effects. So most people have their side effects peak between days like 2 and 4 of their shot. So if you take your shot maybe on a Thursday night, your side effects will peak over the weekend. So you can kind of take it easy and chill over the weekend and then have less side effects during your work week. Let's talk about nausea. So a very common side effect on these medicines is nausea. For me, I do have some nausea, usually days 2 to 4 of my week after my shots. And for me, it just feels like a little bit of car sickness that kind of comes and goes throughout the day. Now, I had terrible pregnancies. I had extreme morning sickness, where I was just like miserably nauseous all day long and threw up and stuff when I was pregnant. It's not like that. So to me, the nausea was very manageable. One thing that helped was just eating really clean, avoiding any fatty fried foods, avoiding sugar, eating a lot of protein and fiber, the obvious stuff. But you know, when I was pregnant and I was nauseous, I was craving like the bad stuff. But on this journey, eating really clean can help eliminate nausea, and eating really high protein and high fiber can help eliminate nausea. Adding a probiotic to your routine can help with that nausea, just kind of clean out your GI tract. You can have ginger tea, there's nausea drops. If you are really having a hard time with the nausea, you can talk to your provider about getting a Zofran prescription. Zofran is prescription anti-nausea medicine. Keep in mind though, Zofran can make constipation worse. Another really common thing on this medication is constipation. It slows down gastric emptying, and so constipation, very common. Make sure you're drinking a ton of water. These medicines make you feel not as hungry, but they can also make you feel not as thirsty, and you still need to be drinking a ton of water. Fiber supplements are great on this journey. That can be super helpful. So having like a fiber drink or a fiber bar can be helpful. If you're having a really hard time, a stool softener is fine to take. Fatigue is another big complaint. I definitely can relate with this one. Definitely peaked days 2 through 4, so timing the shot was really helpful. I found making sure that I was getting enough protein in. So I always aim for between 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. So just really trying to get that protein in definitely helps with the fatigue. Taking a multivitamin, having some healthy smoothies, having an electrolyte drink. A lot of times when we're on this journey, we're low in electrolytes because we're eating so much less. So we're getting so much less electrolytes. So having an electrolyte drink when you're feeling a little weak or fatigued or even like shaky or headachy can really help. Let's talk about diet. You should be on a specific diet when you are on a GLP-1 diet. You are going to be experiencing some appetite suppression, so what you eat is so important. When you're on a GLP-1, you're losing weight very fast, and when you lose weight very fast, that can lead to muscle mass loss. And we want to avoid muscle mass loss because muscle mass loss is so bad for your metabolism. We want to increase our metabolism, not hurt our metabolism. So to prevent muscle mass loss, we need to be eating just a ton of protein, at least 80 to 100 grams a day. So find some sort of app where you can track it and try just every time you eat a meal or a snack for it to be high protein. It's totally fine to supplement with a protein bar or drink or smoothie or something while you're on this journey. That could be really helpful to get your protein goals in. But every time you eat, I would, if possible, have it built around a protein. Fiber is definitely important as well to prevent those side effects, to get your body nutrients. If possible, have a protein and fiber at every meal. Supplementing, I think, is almost necessary on this journey because you're going to be eating so much less. I would definitely be taking some sort of multivitamin. I think taking magnesium can be really helpful. Some people have sleep disturbances on this medicine, so magnesium can help with sleep and also help with digestion. A probiotic can be really helpful for digestion. I already mentioned that protein and fiber supplements can be helpful. Electrolytes can be helpful. It is totally okay to supplement when you're on this journey. You need to be drinking a ton of water. Water is so important to weight loss and metabolism health. So you may not be thinking that you need to be drinking, so you need to remind yourself. So if that means setting a timer on your phone, maybe carry around your big Stanley, remind yourself to drink water and to drink a ton of water. I've heard a gallon a day. That seems like a lot, but try to drink a ton of water. My provider told me to make sure to get at least 1,200 calories in a day, which you think like, oh yeah, no problem. But your appetite is really suppressed on this medicine. So sometimes that is hard, but I have noticed on a day where I don't get 1,200 calories in, the next day, I do not feel great. I feel so fatigued and just like lightheaded and stuff. So for your success on this journey, I definitely would recommend at least 1,200 calories a day, even if that means you have to remind yourself to eat. You also want to be maintaining that calorie threshold so that you don't hurt your metabolism. You don't want your metabolism to slow down. You want it to maintain healthy and even improve. Fitness. You should have a certain fitness routine on a GLP-1 like semaglutide or tirzepatide. Since we have such a focus on preventing muscle mass loss, we need to be doing strength training. Cardio is wonderful. It is great to move your body in any way possible, but you also need to add strength training into your routine 2 to 3 times a week. So that could be Pilates or bar class or just lifting weights at the gym. Whatever it looks like, you need to be trying to actively build your strength and build your muscles to prevent that muscle mass loss and improve your muscle mass so that your metabolism is improved. I personally go on a power walk every day that I can, and once a week do a full body Pilates routine, and once a week do a full body weightlifting routine at the gym. If I can get one other strength training day in a week, I do, but for now, that's worked for me, and I absolutely love it now. So what I described here is a lot of lifestyle changes, and yes, they're great for being on a GLP-1 like semaglutide or tirzepatide, but they're also just great for you in general. Eating a high protein diet is great for you in general. Doing strength training is great for you in general. Drinking a lot of water is great for you in general. I know for me personally, starting this journey and having these lifestyle changes has made me feel like $1,000,000. Yes, I've lost the weight and that feels great, but also my body just feels so much healthier. And these changes are changes I plan to continue really for the rest of my life. And so for me, the semaglutide or tirzepatide just made everything easier. I was coming from a place where I was having a lot of PCOS symptoms and cravings, and I had just had 2 babies and breastfed both of them. And I had picked up some terrible habits during my childbearing years because I was just trying to survive. And so Tirzepatide for me just kind of silenced the noise, helped me break the cravings, helped me make all these changes. Right now, I am on a half of the starting dose. So I'm on just like a super low dose to just kind of maintenance, solidify these changes, just wean myself off. And I actually do plan to get off of it. Some people plan to stay on for life or just stay on for the long term. I plan to get off of it. And I'm so grateful to Tirzepatide for its help in solidifying these changes and for giving me the kick to do it, but also giving me the help to do it. It's been a wonderful tool. All right, that's it for my video. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you want to tell me about your journey or what you're thinking about doing, I would love to hear about it. If you have any specific questions, I would love to hear about it. I'll have information for JoinFridays, the telehealth I use and highly recommend, in the description box. My discount code with them is just Madison. It'll give you some money off your first month. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe if you have not already. I will see you in my next video.